Anyone can look polished for 10 minutes. The question is what happens after. After the walk outside. After the long dinner. After the kind of day that tests everything. Most grooming falls apart under real life. Not because the products were wrong, because the choices were. 9 decisions the wealthy refuse to compromise on, and why their standard holds when everyone else's doesn't. Number 1. The nighttime cleanse is never skipped. It's always the same night. Late flight, long dinner, makeup still on, and that quiet negotiation in the mirror. It's fine. Just this once. Most people skip the nighttime cleanse when they're tired. That's precisely when the wealthy never do. Skin repairs itself at night. If there's makeup, pollution residue, or product buildup sitting on the skin during that window, the repair happens over a contaminated surface. The result shows up slowly. Fine lines that appear early. A flat, dull complexion no morning routine can reverse. The wealthy understand this. It became a rule at some point, and rules don't have exceptions. The cleanse happens. Every night. Regardless of the hour. Number 2. Cuticle care, not nail art. Ask someone what they notice first about a polished person. Most will say the outfit. Or the posture. The hands tell the real story. Not whether the nails are painted, but whether the cuticles are maintained. Whether the skin around each nail is smooth and consistent. Nail art can be purchased in 20 minutes. Maintained cuticles signal something else entirely. The quiet discipline of someone who tends to the details no one explicitly tells them to tend to. Number 3. Dental presence is non-negotiable. There is no grooming choice more quietly class-revealing than the condition of the teeth. Not just cleanliness. Presence. Bright enough to signal health. Never discolored, never deferred. The wealthy schedule dental cleanings the way they schedule important meetings. Regularly, never more than 6 months apart. Because in high-status environments, the mouth is always in frame. Every handshake, every dinner, every conversation. It costs almost nothing relative to what it signals. And yet most people treat it as optional. And there's one grooming choice that quietly cancels all of this. It's not expensive. It's not complicated. But it's the one detail people get wrong most often. We'll come to it. If you value quiet elegance, my book, The Modern Woman's Guide to Everyday Elegance, is a top 10 etiquette guide on Amazon. You'll find the link below. Number 4. Hair condition over hair trend. Most people chase the cut. The wealthy maintain the condition. One looks fresh for a week. The other looks consistent for years. That's the quiet distinction. You'll rarely find someone genuinely wealthy. Not newly wealthy. Not aspirationally wealthy. With split ends they've been meaning to address. Visible brassiness, or hair that looks dry at the ends and oily at the roots. Their trim schedule is kept. Their conditioning is consistent. Style is almost secondary, because it's the quality of the material that reads in a room. Silk signals differently than cotton, regardless of the cut. Number 5. Lip care that avoids extremes. This is the one people get wrong most often. Not lipstick, not color. Condition. You see it constantly. Dry lips, uneven texture, or the opposite. Overglossed, overly lined, slightly exaggerated. Most people treat lips as either an afterthought or a focal point. The wealthy treat them as neutral, soft, hydrated, controlled, because lips are constantly in motion, talking, smiling, reacting. And when they look neglected or overdone, it disrupts the entire face. It's one of those details people don't consciously name, but they feel it, immediately. Number 6. Skin that doesn't rely on coverage. There's a very specific moment. Bathroom lighting, mid-afternoon, when makeup tells the truth. You see it on others. The foundation separating slightly. The powder sitting on top instead of blending in. The small panic of realizing your finish has an expiration time. Most people treat makeup as a solution. The wealthy treat skin as the foundation. You'll notice it in daylight, in restaurants, in elevators with unforgiving mirrors. They don't look done. They look even. And that subtle difference carries a message. This is not dependent on masking. It's maintained underneath. And this is precisely where most people forfeit results they could have had. The wealthy, particularly those who have aged well, treat the overnight window as prime time. Retinoids, targeted serums, treatments that require hours of uninterrupted absorption. These go on before sleep, not before leaving the house. Most people cut this step. It's invisible. No one notices it. The payoff is measured in months, not mornings. That's exactly why the wealthy don't skip it. Number 7. The body beyond the face. You notice it when someone reaches across the table. Not the outfit, not the jewelry, the skin, the texture, the detail no one thinks you're looking at. Most grooming routines are face-centric, but the hands reveal age faster than the face does. The décolletage tells a story every neckline exposes. The elbows, the knees, the skin most people forget exists. No one is grading the elbows at a dinner party, which is exactly why it signals so much. The wealthy tend to the whole canvas, not with expensive body products. With consistency, a moisturizing routine that extends below the jawline every day, without exception. And there's another detail most people never connect: the products they use on their body and the scent they wear. A heavily scented lotion that fights with a completely different perfume. Two stories, layered on top of each other. The wealthy don't create noise like that. The base is either neutral or aligned. So when fragrance is present, it reads as one thing, not a conversation happening in two directions. Number 8. Sleep quality as a grooming decision. This one isn't a product. It's a choice. The genuinely well-groomed person understands that what happens before they close their eyes shapes what appears in the mirror the next morning. They choose pillowcase materials that don't create friction for the skin and hair. They secure hair loosely. They protect the sleep itself. Consistent hours. A wind down that signals the day is finished. Because no product corrects chronic poor sleep. The under-eye hollow, the flat skin, the dull eyes. These are visible in an instant. And they're not a grooming problem. They're a priority problem. Number 9. Grooming that survives real life. This is the final layer, and the one that ties everything together. Because anyone can look polished for 10 minutes. The question is, what happens after? After walking outside, after sitting, after eating, after a long day. Does everything still hold? You can usually tell within a few hours. The hair starts to separate. The skin loses its finish. Small corrections begin. Subtle at first, then constant. A quick check in the mirror. A touch to the face. Adjusting what was supposed to stay in place. And once it starts, it rarely stops. Most people prepare for the mirror. The wealthy prepare for time. They choose grooming that doesn't collapse under normal conditions. Hair that holds. Skin that stays even. Details that don't require constant correction. Because constant fixing is visible, even when you think it isn't. And the quiet message becomes, it takes effort to keep this together. The better signal, the one you actually want, is simpler. It holds on its own. The interesting part is, most of it isn't visible when you first meet someone. It reveals itself slowly, which means by the time it's noticed, the impression is already formed. So I'm curious, which detail do you notice first on other people, without meaning to? The one that quietly changes how you see them? Tell me in the comments. And if you're refining your own standards, like the video and subscribe. I've also linked a few essentials in the Amazon storefront below. Simple things, but they hold up over time. As always, stay classy. Manners matters.